Hey everyone, Matt here with another Who Are They Real review, and today I'm here to talk to you about the latest Jessica Chastain film, The Eyes of Tammy Faye, based off of a documentary of the same name from 2000. The Eyes of Tammy Faye tells the story of the the 70s televangelist Tammy Faye and her husband Jim Bakker, and how they kind of swindled all this money from their partners or their patrons or whatever you want to call them, and how Tammy was kind of oblivious to it, and how she's dealing with life and this, that, and the other. And honestly, overall, I can say I did like the movie. I didn't love the movie, and I went into this wanting to love it. I saw the trailer, absolutely loved it. I said, all right, let's go. I'm so excited for this film. And I left the theater feeling somewhat disappointed. I wanted more, uh, except from Jessica Chastain. Jessica Chastain's perfect in this film. Loved her. But the film in general left me wanting more, left me with a sense of emptiness. It just didn't hit the notes it could have, especially for what it set up. We see the first hour or so is just rushed montage after montage after montage, leading up to like the mid to late 80s to this point in 1994 where we first opened the film. And it's tough because you're sitting here and you're like, I would like all the details about how they went from just traveling around to then the Christian Broadcast Network to then starting the rise of Tammy Faye and Jim Bakker's own network, PTL, and all this. And instead it's just like, no, they went to here, then they were here, then they were here. And we didn't get to see the journey along with it. And not only that, I was left wanting to know more about how everything that was going on affected the family dynamic. We strictly focus Tammy Faye and Jim Bakker. That's it. And then occasionally we get her and it set up strong in the beginning, and they set it up well in the beginning, and ultimately just really leads to nowhere except her mother questioning her relationship to God, and what if everything that her and Jim do are actually for God, is actually for God. So I was left wanting more. I really was. And what sucks is a fantastic performance is kind of wasted on a somewhat mediocre film. Michael Showalter, who some people know as Coop from Wet Hot American Summer, directed this film. And Andrew Garfield plays Jim Bakker. Vincent D'Onofrio plays televangelist Jerry Falwell. And it was just really disappointing to get to the end of the film and be like, that was it? There was so much story-wise that could have been done to truly show the depths of betrayal and despair that really went on in this whole relationship, and it's and how it affected the family as a whole, not just the patriarch and the matriarch of the family. And it sucks because you want that. I'm like, when we first have Tammy found out she's pregnant and Jim reacts the way he does, it's like you could tell he was happy and not happy at the same time. And then, like, the baby's born. You don't see the birth of the baby. You cut to sometime later. They have the baby, and then you don't see the baby again or the child again until she's like 7-8 years old for one scene. And then we find out later on that Tammy got pregnant again. And then you see the baby shortly after it was born. And then that was it. You didn't focus on what would have been a really interesting area to explored, which was how did all of this affect the children? And like I said, I already touched on the mother, where, and I said this uh, when I was just talking with Mike Wentz about it. If you haven't seen him, if you don't know who he is, go check him out. He's been on the channel before. They could have explored the mother who questioned Jim from the beginning. When everything went down the tube, you could have had this really interesting and beautiful moment between mother and daughter about acceptance of that the mother was right and this, that, and the other. But we don't get that. And it sucks. So for that reason, I got to give it a 3.5. Jessica Chastain is phenomenal in this film. Andrew Garfield is good, not great, not Oscar worthy. He's not up to par with Jessica Chastain, which sucks because you really want him to be. You really want Andrew to get that Oscar, but this film's not going to be the one to do it. And yeah, I wanted more, and I didn't get that. So with that, The Eyes of Tammy Faye. Check it out this weekend. Give me your thoughts. Remember, like, subscribe, follow, all that fun stuff right here at Watt Entertainment. We got a lot of cool stuff coming up for you. We got our Star Wars Visions review coming out next week. Dear Evan Hansen review coming out next week. So much coming out. All of our shows. Be sure to check them out right here on Watt Real Entertainment. Like, subscribe, follow, all that fun stuff. And with that, I'm Matt, and this was another Who Are They Real Review.